What's up, coach? So this one's gonna be a tricky topic. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with this video right now. Zone defense in youth basketball. Pro or con? Let's get into it. So I hear a lot of talk, whether it's online or other coaches that I talk to, about this subject of zone defense at the youth level. We're talking about grade school, junior high, even the freshman or JV level. Is it good? Is it bad? Okay. There are some coaches out there saying it is absolutely horrible, that you shouldn't be teaching it at the youth level. And so here's my take on zone defense at the youth level. First of all, from my standpoint, I don't care what you teach them, to be quite honest. What's probably the most important to me as a high school varsity coach is that you get these kids to love the game, period. However it is you do that, get them to love the game. Get them to not quit. Get them to want to continue to play. However it is you do it. When I was coaching junior high for 16 years, I did girls basketball for 16 years at junior high level. I loved it, okay, first and foremost. But what I think probably the biggest thing that I did is I got those girls to love basketball enough to want to continue to play it in high school. So many times now here at the high school level, we get kids who play at the junior high level, then they come to us and they're not trying out for our team. We go to them and we ask, why aren't you trying out? You played in junior high, why aren't you playing anymore? Oh, I didn't like it, or oh, it was a bad experience, or that's pretty much what we get. To which breaks my heart, okay? And a lot of times you see at the youth level, they see one star player who does everything for their team. I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. One good player carries the team, and at that level, that's pretty much all you need, right? And so you see a lot of that at that level. For me, I don't care how you do it. Us coaches at the high school level, I don't care what the kids know. I care that they want to be here. I care that they actually like the game. I care that they're still interested and they want to be here and they want to hustle. What they know, I'll do the dirty work. I'll teach them what they need to know. I'm good enough at my job to be able to teach them what they need to know. I don't even care if they've never played basketball before. I don't care if they're a softball player or a volleyball player full time and they've never played basketball before. If they're an athlete and they want to be here, I'll do my job and I can coach them and teach them what they need to know. So this whole idea that, oh, they need to know how to play man-to-man defense or they shouldn't only know how to play zone defense is not necessarily the most important thing, okay? Now, granted, I will say that if you're going to teach them zone defense, that you should also teach them man-to-man defense too as well. I don't think that you should be one way or the other. I think that you probably should teach them both, okay? It is a good idea. However, for most of you youth coaches, a lot of you guys are just dads or parents that are just standing in. A lot of you guys aren't career coaches. Okay, understandable. So you do what you got to do to get by, to teach these kids to hopefully win some games, right? And ultimately, that's why the kids are there. They're there because they want to have fun, right? And they want to enjoy the sport. That's the whole reason why they go. So hopefully you get them to the point where they actually want to continue. And a big deal with that is winning. Okay, and sometimes winning at that level, you have to play zone defense. Okay, then do it. Okay, do what you can do. But please, at the bare minimum, get those kids to love the game. Get those kids to love and want to continue. Your goal as a youth coach should be that you are not their last coach, period. You don't want to be their last coach. You want them to love the game so they can continue on and hopefully flourish, when they get into the high school level. Because those of us at the high school level, we need kids who want to be here, period. I don't care what they know. I don't care what they played before. I don't care if they never played basketball before, so what? What's the big deal? I'll teach them what they need to know, okay? So I'm dead serious about this, and hopefully for those of us at the high school levels are serious enough about it to be able to take that talent, a raw talent or athleticism and teach them what they need to know in order to fit into our program. So this whole jargon about don't teach them zone defense and they, whatever, it's okay. If you're teaching them zone defense, in my opinion, it's okay. It's really not going to hurt them all that bad. Okay. Now let's take another side subject here. Okay, something that might ruffle some feathers is, let's say that I'm a varsity coach myself. Okay, and let's say I only taught zone defense at the high school level, and there are some coaches out here at the high school level that do that, where they just strictly play zone This is full court zone, half court zone, strictly zone all the time. And okay, some coaches might argue, well, they need to know how to play man-to-man if they're going to play at the next level. Okay, to which I say, we're going to do something to feed the top 2% of all kids, the top 3% of all high school basketball players that might go on to play college basketball. So take that mindset and revert it to the elementary kids. There's even less of a chance. Think about this. If you're a realistic youth coach, you should know that if you're coaching 6th grade, 7th grade, you should know the odds. The odds of those kids playing at the varsity level or even at the high school level, you should know the odds. It's probably not in their favor. Unless they stick out amongst the rest, unless they're head and shoulders above the rest in regards to talent, outside of that, the odds of them playing high school basketball or even at the varsity level is slim, okay? So that's why I say that while they're with you, get them to enjoy the game. Because who knows? I mean, maybe the kid isn't very talented now, but they could be by the time they're a freshman. Maybe they grow, maybe they get taller and they get stronger, and all of a sudden it hits them. Some of us are late bloomers. I know I was myself. So it is important to make sure, number one, that you get them to love the game, that you realize their potential, that you do what you can do with them while you have them. It is super important. And don't let anybody tell you how to run your team as long as your kids are enjoying it. If your kids are enjoying themselves and they're having fun and those parents and your parents are enjoying watching their kids play ball, what's the problem, right? What's the issue? Isn't that why we're all here? So let's not get caught up in specific things in regards to how you run your team and whether or not it's good or not. It's your team. And the priority number one should be, are those kids enjoying themselves? Are they having fun? And are they going to continue to play once they're off your team? So again, I knew I was going to ruffle some feathers with this ideal of zone defense versus man defense. We teach both here at the high school level. Zone, depending on situations and strategy in regards to what team we're playing against. But I do feel it's important. I do feel if you can, teach them both. I do feel that teaching them one is not the best per se, but if that's all you got, then you roll with what you got. Okay, so don't let anybody tell you or get upset with people who only teach a certain thing. It's super important to make sure that your kids are enjoying the game. On behalf of us high school coaches, we prefer to have more kids in our gym, and it all starts with you guys at the youth level. So by all means, good luck to you, coach.